Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another edition of the Island Guys podcast. With me, I have the regular guys. Steve, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
Been a long time, man. How you hanging
Well,
out there?
I've spoke to you. I've seen you, but
Yeah,
long
but,
time
you know,
not recording.
that too. But
A lot of shit's happened.
then
So
we
excited.
got our good friend Bandwagon Billy, and it looks like
What's up?
some tropical place. Where you at, Bill?
I'm currently in Hawaii right now.
Oh, nice, man. Good for you, man. That's cool, man. All right, and then finally we have my brother Rob with the electrifying background. How we doing, Rob?
I'm doing pretty good. I hope everybody else is doing pretty good.
Yeah,
Is that for the Undertaker? I've always wanted to know that. Sorry to interrupt.
The electrifying? No.
Yeah.
Who was electrifying, Steve?
The Rock.
Oh, there you go.
Damn, that was. Call yourself a wrestling fan.
Sad.
Jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Get it together. But it's been a while since we last recorded. Anyone know what date it was? I know it was. I don't even
think
know.
it was
When was it back? Well, we had.
It was when Cespedes went missing.
Yes.
So the first week of the year was like July, end of July.
Beginning of
end
August.
July, beginning of August versus Atlanta when they got smoked out there.
Yeah, they lost 11-10. They were up like 11-4 or some nonsense.
Yeah, we recorded that Sunday when they lost again when Cespedes went missing, and we just went off on them. Tito on them.
Yeah, that's usually what happens, especially when they're losing 6-2, top 8 with 2 men on for the Rays. It's just
why even watch? Like the season's over.
I got nothing else to do.
Yeah, it's true, but still.
But Rob, so you want to give us a quick recap of what happened since we last recorded? It's been a while, so 3 months.
Yep.
Almost 3 months.
We'll get into a lot of the college football later, so we'll keep it fairly recent. U.S. Open was held at Wingfoot this year here in New York. Some people regard this as the toughest course in the world when they keep the rough as long as they did. The winner was Bryson DeChambeau, the big muscled up golfer. I know it's not something that everybody's used to. This guy just lifts and just, hits the shit out of the ball.
This guy, man, talking about his golf.
This is
There's other things that happened since then, and the first thing that goes to is golf.
And I'm saving up. Don't worry.
What a loser.
We had the one. It seems like the one of two successful New York teams, the Islanders. Their run came to an end in the conference final to the wagon that is the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Thank Christ. Hate the Islanders.
Who are getting
but
I got abused.
Rangers South. So they're actually getting back Stamkos tonight.
Oh boy.
So hopefully he gets his cup. I think most hockey fans can respect him trying to get his cup. And last but certainly not least, the biggest news, the happiest news, Stevie Cohen bought the New York Mets. And he's trying to buy SNY too. So
see, here's the thing with Stevie Cohen. You a bunch of people are so obsessed with it. What if he comes and does the same exact thing?
But he won't.
He will not.
No, but he won't.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
Wait.
I sat there for an hour. I sat there for an hour and watched an interview with this guy. He's not going to do the same thing.
Okay.
You can't be worse than the Wilpons. Like,
what does
that's
Tom
not
Connolly
nice.
say?
No, you can't.
Talk is cheap, man. Talk is cheap. I could go out there and say, yeah, I can, make the Mets this, that, and everyone.
But he's never said that. That's the best part. He never said that.
Yeah.
Never even
look how
words.
like the political parties are. Oh, I could guarantee this, that. It's all talk. Oh, wow. This guy sounds great. Let's vote for him. And then he comes in and does shit.
Yeah, but we don't have to vote for him.
First off, we all know politicians lie in some capacity.
Stevie Cohen
they all lie.
I mean, Stevie Cohen had a SEC lawsuit against him.
Hasn't said one thing about the New York Mets.
Can't do stocks and that shit no more.
But you see how his press release for the Mets was very short and sweet. I'm excited to be the new owner, and basically just let's get to work. No hoorah, no party. Like if J-Lo and A-Rod bought the Mets, they probably a whole big event for it, and we should be happy. Come on.
Speaking of press releases,
you're a Mets fan. You should be happy.
I'm happy the Wilpons are gone, but I'm not going to be excited like you guys are until I see results.
And
literally anything is better than the Wilpons.
I've got my hopes up all these years. So
hey, I'll say this: J-Lo and A-Rod might be just as bad as the Wilpons. They might have been just as bad.
They were apparently going to keep Jeff on as the CEO.
Really? Oh boy,
that would have been canceled the fandom for me.
Yeah,
I would have been out.
You kidding me?
Okay.
What you say?
Releases. One thing I forgot. You reminded me. I shouldn't have forgot this. Was the press release reminded me? This franchise Tom Seaver passed away. And
Yes.
Steve
That's-
Cohen's
yeah, that was-
press release for that was incredible. There was thought, there was emotion behind it. That's
Yes.
behind me.
We'll see.
What I
man.
like though is Steve Cohen is passionate. He's a Met fan. He loves the Mets. And if
And you can tell. Oh, sorry.
And I saw a column by Joel Sherman on the New York Post. I want to say about like 2 weeks ago after he bought the Mets, and he spoke to people that know Steve Cohen, that are in with him, that know him, and they all said like he's gonna do whatever it takes to win. He's not putting up with this. He's not putting up with this. So hopefully his first move will be get rid of Brody. I would love to see that, and then just hey. Listen, this team, the core, man. Howie Rose brought up in the tweet. Is this the first time ever where the Mets have this much homegrown offensive talent? I think yes, in my opinion.
Gotta be.
Dom Smith, Conforto, McNeil, Nimmo, Rosario, Alonso, Jimenez.
Alonso
better
has
than
been
Rosario.
ass this year.
I mean,
Ass.
I know, but still, he's still young. I mean, he was good last year, Rosario.
If the hitting
But-
coach wants to show up, maybe we can turn it around.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
zooming how to teach guys how to hit.
But
I know
the hitting-
2020 was supposed to be the advanced, but not like this.
It's crazy how the past 5 years the hitting was a problem, and now this year the pitching is a problem, and the hitting has been pretty solid for the most part.
They
the
just
whole
don't
year.
hit in the clutch.
Yeah, they can't hit in the clutch. But hey, Syndergaard, of course, coming into the season was a big loss. Stroman's a piece of shit, to be honest. Hopefully we go after Trevor Bauer. Hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like how he talks so much on Twitter and stuff, but he's a damn good pitcher. And hopefully we have Syndergaard back healthy, and then hey, keep Lugo as a starter, maybe.
Well, they just had a
I mean-
poll tonight on SNY. Do you think Lugo should go back to the bullpen or stay a starter? A lot of people voting for the starter. So
I mean, he looks good as a starter. He had that one
Well, it's
blip
'cause-
versus the Phillies, but other than that,
Well, it's because we need a
pretty good.
starter now. That's
Yeah.
what people think. And where all of our starting pitching depth is, right?
Yeah,
It's spread throughout the league because of stupid trade.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
Traded
But-
a starting pitching prospect with Billy Hamilton. Come on, man.
For the past month and a half, the bullpen's been pretty good. In the beginning of the season, it was horrible, but for the past month, it's held its own.
yeah,
It's really held its own.
we'll
Guys
see
like
where the Mets
Shreve.
go with this. It's new Uncle Stevie in town.
I
I'm
have-
excited.
I have 2 bottles of champagne ready for the day of the vote.
I was like
To get
a
to
kid a kid on Christmas Day, on Christmas morning when we got him. So, listen, I'm confident. I don't know about you guys. I'm confident that he's going to turn this into a winner, consistent winner too. I have no doubts whatsoever.
I just saw something. It was like the Dodgers. What are they? 7 straight NOS titles.
Yeah.
Someone quote tweeted and was like, "Oh yeah, no, spending doesn't equate to winning." No, not at all, Fred.
How much does Cohen worth? Like 24 billion, is it, or
17
13
billion.
17 billion? I saw a tweet that like there's about 10 baseball owners that combined their money, they're still not worth as much as Steve Cohen is.
It's wild.
Like, and imagine that. Come on, he's gonna build his team.
Plus he was almost like publicly. Now he ended up embarrassing the Wilpons, but
Yeah,
he played out
I
in a
feel
very
like-
public forum where he was like really jaded about it.
I
And
feel like
he hates Jeff Wilpon and he wants to run
yes,
directly just to shove in that guy's face.
I feel like he'll have that Steinbrenner-esque attitude, not full blown Steinbrenner where like if something goes wrong, you're fired or any of this stuff. But I feel like he has that little swagger to him, which is what we need.
Just quiet.
I mean,
he's very quiet.
Quiet, very quiet, and which is what we need, man. What we need. The past 20-something years has just been nonsense. Just
The guy's a
so
golf
it's-
green in his backyard.
Yeah,
That's
so,
pretty cool.
So I'm confident. I know Kevin is waiting for results.
Listen.
But,
It'll take 2-3 years. Culture.
We'll see. We'll see.
I
But,
think by next year.
all
calling
right.
it right now.
That's a bold
There won't
statement.
be
I'll write that
there
one
won't be
down.
players
Hold on.
missing. There won't be
Next
pregnant women
year-
getting fired.
Yes.
There won't be 82-year-old pitching coaches.
He was good
Like,
though. Reagan.
all these like LOL. Look at the City Field. Well, City Field could probably still be on fire, but
Yeah.
not like twice a year. Like randomly
more-
random fires at the place.
No more Mr. Met giving the finger.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like
But,
that stuff just trickles down.
Kev, write it
Or-
down. The Mets will make the playoffs next year.
All right. All
Book
right.
it.
We'll
Especially
see.
with the
We'll
expanded
see. We'll
format.
see. Since we're on the topic of baseball, we got Bandwagon Billy over there, big Yankees fan. They went on a little cold streak, but then sparked it up a little bit at the end. Now they're clinched the playoff spot. Bill, what do we think? Is it the Yankees' year?
Yes, sir.
Now we say this every year, buddy. Don't worry. Every year you guys say, oh, it's our year. Oh, 28.
Yeah, listen, listen, we're gonna win it. All right.
Yeah? How you gonna win it?
Maybe not all. All right, but we're gonna get there. All right, we're slowly but surely.
I hope Cole gets tattooed in game one of the playoffs.
Man,
I think it's the Dodgers' year. I think they're due. I mean, come on. They've been the best team in the league record-wise for the past 3 or 4 years.
Very
I mean,
Braves-esque in the 90s.
I mean,
let's-
it's time for Kershaw.
Let's jump to what happened this past weekend. We had week 2 of the NFL. A lot of injuries. When I tell you a lot of
Yes.
injuries, I mean a lot of injuries.
Crazy. I never saw a week like how so many players just went down like that.
Yeah, it was
Never
not,
seen
it was not pleasant for the NFL here. Lot of injuries, including 2 of the 3 top picks in your fantasy draft, Saquon Barkley and Christian McCaffrey.
Michael Thomas
Oh.
too, who I drafted he got hurt last week. He's out 4 to 6 weeks. Michael Thomas, of course.
I drafted Zeke Elliott in most of my leagues, so that's a
Smart man.
but
I got
Elliott might
Derrick
go
Henry.
down.
I was
might
at
be
the back
soon.
end of my draft.
But we got a lot of injuries here.
Yeah,
Barkley,
goes
man.
to Barkley. I
That was
know.
a tough one. He
One
ripped his
Barkley,
shoulder,
man.
hurt his shoulder on the play before, and he came back in, and that was it.
Now, I have a question for you and Rob. Since you're a big Giants fans, is it time to finally question the Saquon Barkley pick?
No,
Since he's got hurt the past 2 years, is it
I
finally
mean,
time?
it's tough.
A running back at 2 is bad. I don't know.
Is it finally time? Because listen, I've been in the camp where I thought that was a good pick, and number 2, because I still think he's a once in a generation running back, but you got to stay on the field. So I think now it's time to question that pick. Like,
I'm gonna give
listen,
him
no-
one more year. Next year he's up on the rise.
listen,
He'll
no
be
one's
back,
questioning his
obviously.
talent. Like, we all know he's great, but come on.
One more year. I give him one more
it's
year.
Time. It's time
I think
to stay on the field.
I think the marching orders were to try to get Eli out at the end, and that's why they drafted him.
Yeah, true, but
And
it's-
because they felt so bad about what McAdoo did, even though it had to go through Mara to bench Eli out in Oakland, but they felt
yeah.
bad about that. They wanted to give Eli another kick of the can. That's exactly.
So you guys agree that it's fair to question the pick now, right?
It's to question, not to say that it was a bad pick just yet.
No, it was yeah.
I'm gonna give it one more year. His comeback year is next year. So we'll see. Hopefully,
If he has an AP ACL comeback season, then forget it.
Then obviously then it's a solid. It's a good pick, but
Then team's going to playoffs.
but you even see before he got hurt this year, he was. I mean, it's mostly the offensive line, but he was just not doing it.
listen, the offensive line is still a
Big
disaster.
Ben had more rushing yards than Barkley did in Week 1.
I
Thing
mean,
is, he's so big. He's so big. He should try to run through people. And this injury might actually make him that back.
Said then what happened? Look what happened when he tried to run through someone. He hurt his shoulder and he comes back and tears the ACL within 2
I
plays.
mean, the first 2 games he did catch a lot of passes at the backfield, which is good, but I think
I
a
need
part
you to
of
run
it
the
is
ball. I don't need
yes,
you to go.
yes. A part
out
of
in
it is
first screen.
the offensive line, which I don't get. They've invested so much money and in draft picks also, and it's still bad. But I mean, it's not completely Barkley's fault that he's had rough rushing yards the past 2 weeks. But I think it's time, man. I think next year's a big year for him, and come
Also,
off an injury too.
This league is at the point where you can almost plug anybody in at running back.
Yeah, it's true.
So now Giants sit
It's not a
0-2,
running back league anymore.
Do we
Yeah.
tank? Do we tank for someone?
I mean, at this point, yes.
It's going to be a very awkward situation if the Giants are the top pick. I will tell you that.
Nah,
Yeah,
I like
it
Danny
will
Jones,
be.
man.
No,
I like Daniel
Listen,
Jones
I
too.
like him
I
too.
like him.
but Trevor Lawrence is going to be insane.
Okay,
I
you
mean-
say he's gonna be insane, but like
He's gonna
he
be
really
so
has,
good.
he plays at Clemson. They got the best
Okay.
line in the country, the best receivers in the country, the best running backs in the country. Like
But-
Over
you put him on a
50
team-
points a week,
but-
like they
but-
should.
Scouts are saying that Trevor Lawrence is the best quarterback prospect since Peyton Manning.
he's a rail
Since
though.
Peyton Manning.
He's a rail. So say he tries to run, he goes up against let's see, I don't
North
even know.
Carolina.
He'll get stronger. All quarterbacks get stronger.
We'll
He's
see.
Kevin's like 20. He's 20
He'll-
years
he'll get-
old.
He's a young kid. He'll add muscle. He'll put on weight.
We'll see.
That's the problem with every rookie.
Actually,
You look at Daniel Jones. He gained 10 pounds of muscle over the
yeah,
year. He's big,
it takes
but
time.
just
Yeah,
can't hold on to the football anymore.
listen.
Then again, the
let's-
Jets are probably going to be in that position instead of.
Yes, I was just about to say that. Let's be
Well, I
honest.
was
The
about to
Jets-
jump to the Jets, saying they're 0-2
Yeah.
as well. Sam Darnold, not doing it. Just not
Okay.
doing it for them. You know, he was the god. He was this. He was that. I don't know.
I'll say this about the Jets: they're borderline unwatchable. I mean, the Giants aren't at that point yet. The Jets are at that point. They're unwatchable.
The
Giants
Giants
scored it down to
compete.
the wire last week. It's only if we didn't play like shit in the first half.
At least the Giants can compete. They're in games.
With no
the
Shepard,
Jets-
no Barkley.
Yes, the Jets 3rd and 31 on a toss play. They give up 50 yards. 3rd and 31.
First play of the game is a touchdown.
Yes, the first
It was
play
a
was a
handoff.
touchdown. Yeah,
I heard, who is it? Oh, LeGrec was screaming. He goes, if it was flag football, he would have scored. Nobody even touched
I
him.
mean, they're unwatchable right now, the Jets. And listen, they're in the same position as the Giants. If we had the number one pick, do we seriously consider taking Trevor Lawrence? And look at what the Arizona Cardinals did a couple years ago. I think last year had the number one pick. They invested in a high draft pick with Josh Rosen. They're like, can we win with this guy? Is Kyler better? And they pull the trigger. Took Kyler Murray 1 overall, and now they're 2-0.
I love that
Josh-
pick. I
And
love
Josh
Kyle
Rosen's
Murray.
a
He's
backup.
just so elusive, and he can just move. And
Yeah, and Josh Rosen's a backup now. And
Josh Rosen hasn't
When-
been able to get his feet going since he got them.
when he's played
He's
though,
Miami.
he hasn't really been good. He really hasn't been that good.
Nah.
So if you're the Jets and you're the Giants, if you have that number one pick, you have 3 options. Do you take Lawrence and get something for Darnold or Jones, or you trade out of that number one pick and get a king's ransom,
Or you
or
Yeah.
do you take a tackle? Do you take the best defensive player on the board, or do you take an offensive lineman and just keep building around your quarterback? So it's going to be fascinating if one of those teams get the number one pick. But back to the Jets quickly. I'll say
Here's
this
my-
about-
And-
Go
I was
and
ahead.
my-
gonna say, here's my prediction. If the Jets know what the hell they're doing, Gase isn't here next year.
Yes,
If the enemy's here next year, if they get the top pick, the enemy's here next year.
yes.
Lawrence is here next year. That's what you
Who?
do.
What was the second one? It cut out.
Eric Bieniemy and Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
Who you bring in next year?
What were you gonna say, Bill?
No, and in my opinion, I thought like, New England, I thought they were gonna be like terrible this whole year, and then they were gonna get Trevor Lawrence. I didn't expect them to get Cam Newton.
Listen, I love that. That was a great. Even though they lost to Seattle on the goal line, but
I mean, let's be honest. You think a Bill Belichick coach team is going to be terrible?
oh no,
No.
doesn't happen.
No,
No.
but
Half the team
No,
opted
but-
out and they're still good.
Yeah.
no, but like I just thought like he was gonna be like, all right, we're not gonna draft a quarterback this year. We're gonna, put our backup in. We're gonna wait until Trevor Lawrence comes in and then take him and become like Brady. That's at least what I thought.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, but
I never expect Cam Newton, who was
I knew Cam Newton was gonna be a star. Cam Newton with a
Really?
Bill Belichick offense.
I
That's
mean,
why I
they
took him in most of my leagues as a backup. Now if they're telling me, oh, Cam's starter worthy than any other quarter. I have Kyler Murray and Cam on one team.
wow.
Time to trade.
But like Bill
I know
Belichick
I gotta get
and
something for that.
Belichick and McDaniels. I'm gonna say McDonald's. McDaniels has
Travis Scott?
invested. Travis Scott has tailored offense. Cam Newton. You see a lot of options, RPOs running. So hey, it's a testament to how great of a coaching staff they have down there in New England.
Yeah, but how about the Las Vegas Raiders, man?
I know.
2-0.
I know.
First one at the new
Yes.
stadium, the Rombo looking
The
drone
Roomba.
Yeah.
looking stadium.
Ours looks like a Venetian blind.
I mean, at night outside it's beautiful. No, with the lights.
Yeah, no, it
It's
does look nice.
beautiful. It looks sick.
We gotta go.
But, hey,
We should definitely
yeah.
go to the game next year.
I'm-
Is there a
I'm-
dome on
we're-
there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a dome.
Oh,
I think
I
smart.
expect them to play in 120-degree weather.
I think it's a retractable roof though. It's retractable.
At John
roof.
Mara. At
Yeah.
John Mara. Would have been nice.
Yeah, but hey, listen, I'll give them all the credit in the world. I'll give John Gruden. He outcoached Sean Payton.
And let me tell you something, man.
Let me tell you something, man.
Spider wide to banana. Let's do it.
I know. Listen, John Gruden took a lot of heat the past couple years. A lot of people have said that he's been out of touch with the game. that he can't coach anymore. And listen, he put on a clinic.
Dude, I
From the
love
whole-
the
from the whole world.
the post game celebration he did.
The,
I don't know what that was. They just all were for it.
Yeah, I know, man. It just shows that, hey, listen, that they all bought in. And listen, it's still a long season. They're 2-0. They have a tough game at New England. But at this point, I thought they would be 1-1. I knew they were winning in
Yeah,
Carolina.
I honestly thought they were going to lose on Monday
Yeah,
night.
I thought they were going to lose too. But hey, listen, great game. They kicked the Saints' ass in the second half.
Yeah.
They dominated them second half. Derek Carr played great. He outplayed Breeze. Breeze looks shot, by the way.
Yeah,
honestly.
I don't know what that was about, but
Breeze looks
Here
toast.
comes Taysom Hill.
I mean, yeah,
Here
why
he
not?
comes.
They have a
he's
champ.
worth it. He's been there
they
for
have
a
a-
while as the backup
Yeah.
guy, as just a specialty. So now he's going to be the man.
They have a Super Bowl roster, and I feel like Breeze is the only thing holding them back. They have a great running back, Kamara, Murray too. Hey, if this keeps going on when he can't complete the ball past 10 yards, why not give Hill a shot?
Yeah.
So hey, but back to the Raiders
You
quick.
guys see the Cowboys game?
I know. Like,
That was what he went no T. They were down 21-0 at one point.
How the
He
hell
went-
did Dan Quinn still have a job?
yes.
He
Yeah,
went
I know.
no T for that onside kick, spun it, and somehow at the end it took a quick turn.
Why are the players on Atlanta backing up?
That's horrendous coaching. Horrendous.
They're backing up on the ball. They're watching it, letting it roll. They're letting it roll. Why?
I guess, did they think that they needed to go 10 yards? Because
Yeah, that's the only thing.
the receiving
Only
team can just
explanation.
fall on it and the play's over.
Yeah.
How stupid. I don't know if it's players.
Yeah, but then you fall on it before 10 yards, Dallas can jump on it, right?
Yeah, but like
But
you
like,
can't
10
touch it
yards
before it
out,
goes
you
10
can
yards.
jump on
Say the
Literally-
chances it pops off you and then it's in Dallas's hands. Then it's your fault.
Yeah, but
Don't-
you can't
don't
sit
let it
there and
bounce
watch
off
it
you.
and let it go.
Oh yeah, because
Don't
I'm
let
just
it
letting you
bounce.
know. Yeah.
Box him out, maybe.
Did you see that
Because
crazy
you-
spin?
You can legit instead of backing up, he could have put his ass on the guy, like did a little basketball box out, and then, oh crap, it went 10 yards and dive on it.
Yeah.
At least give me an effort. Don't just back up.
That's on the special teams coach.
Exactly, but listen,
It's probably on Quinn in general because that's a poorly coached team anyway.
ever since they blew the Super Bowl versus New England 28-3, they have not recovered. It's obvious, and I mean something's got to give there. It's time to get rid of both the GM and the head coach. And listen, I'm not a fan of Matt Ryan. He's a good quarterback. I just don't think he performs under pressure. But hey, something has got to give out there, man. It's crazy.
Yeah,
The
Julio got
blown
hurt
leads.
too, right? Julio's another one.
Yeah, who was a little banged up, but he's still great. But hey, something has got to give there.
He
Something
dropped
has
a
to
wide
give.
open
Calvin
pass.
Ridley's putting up numbers, man.
Dropped a wide open touchdown that
Yeah,
probably would
he
have given
did.
the game.
He did, yes. Something has
So-
to give there. I mean, they have way too much talent to just suck such a Super Bowl year now and just blowing leads like this.
Yeah.
So I feel bad for Falcon fans out there.
I just want to say one more thing. Shout out to the Chargers doctors. They really fucked up there.
Yeah, I
Punctured
know.
long, man.
Yeah.
Pre-game. How do you do? Oh, oops.
I saw
Oh,
a meme.
no.
I saw a meme with the Pulp Fiction scene where they're shoving the needle in the girl's chest.
I mean, maybe it's a blessing in disguise for the Chargers to get
Justin Herbert,
to
baby.
starts. Herbert, he looked good. Listen, I didn't like him coming out, but he looked pretty good.
No, he
versus
looked
Chiefs.
awesome. And then the Chiefs just, chiefed it. So
Yeah,
If that kicker wasn't, kicking from 60 yards, like 3
yeah.
and 1.
3 straight times he nailed it. So
Listen.
hey, it's another tough matchup going to be for the Raiders with Herbert now.
yeah,
So
we'll see. But let's jump to some college ball. We had some controversy saying Pac-12 wasn't in, Big Ten wasn't in. Now the Big Ten reversed their decision. They're in starting, I believe, next week. Rob, is that? week after?
Yeah, 1 or 2 weeks. The
And
SEC
then you got the SEC coming back this week.
One
Yes,
thing about
sir.
the Big Ten, Michigan, Ohio State, December 12th, it better snow.
yeah,
Want snow football for Michigan, Ohio State.
We'll see.
is that game
Oh,
in Ann
how
Arbor?
about them Rutgers, baby?
Yeah,
Losers,
we'll
losers, Rob,
Ugh.
losers. They shouldn't be.
They'll
They shouldn't
go-
even be near the Big Ten. They should be in
they'll
like the
win, like,
AAC.
They'll win like
They
3
should
or
be.
4
They
games
should
this
be
year.
in the Sun Belt, even though like it's not possible.
Yeah.
They should be in the Sun Belt. You want to
They'll
shit
win
on
3 or 4
Coastal?
games.
They should
They'll
be in
win
the
3
Sun
or 4
Belt.
games. this
Coastal could go into Rutgers and beat them. Mark
year.
that
At this
down.
point, yeah. At this point, yeah, because
Joke.
Because
Greg
Schiano's guys aren't in there yet.
Schiano, he's so great.
When was the last time Rutgers was legit? Who was the coach?
Greg Schiano.
How many years
Exactly.
ago was that?
Oh, we got what, 10, 15 now?
And how many better recruiting did he do?
That was like what?
Who do you have on his
Look
team
at
there?
you,
Ray
Rick.
Rice.
Ray Rice, Teal. Who was the
Exactly.
other? Mohamed Sanu.
Name me a
Mohamed
guy on the
Sanu.
team right now that's gonna be like them. Go ahead,
That's
name.
not
Him.
how college football works, Kev. That's not how college football works, Kev.
Thank you.
You can't expect things to turn around in 1 year. Look at Fleck in Minnesota.
It's Minnesota.
He's right.
They were better the first year. They weren't like great.
I don't think there's a
Three
there's
years
no chance
down the
where you
line.
can-
3 years down the line, they're competing for their division title.
I don't think there's a chance you can go from
He's
losing
right.
Penn State.
78.
They beat Penn State. They beat Penn State this year. Give Fleck 3 years. He went out and beat Penn
Okay,
State.
but did Minnesota get smoked by Michigan 78-0 on their home turf?
Nope.
No,
There's
They
nothing
were-
to recover from that. You can
they were
never- that's
horrendous,
something-
Kev. Minnesota's horrendous before Fleck got there.
We'll see. We
That
will
was a team
see. Son.
that was a team people like forgot about.
Yeah. But yeah, the SEC is also back this week. Alabama, all those good teams. Thankfully.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that, Steve? Big SEC guy?
I mean, it's good to have old college football back. I mean, at the beginning, I'll be honest, I think it's kind of embarrassing when some of these conferences, their presidents said that we're not having a season this year.
They got soft.
And hopefully the Pac-12, is it Pac-10 or Pac-12? Sorry.
Pac-12.
Pac-12. Hopefully they wake up
I
and
mean,
see, let these kids play. So it's embarrassing what's going on in Pac-12, but hey, hopefully they just see the evidence that these kids they're healthy. Just let them play. They want to play, these kids, man.
Yeah.
So
Just want to
they-
jump to one team. I know this is Billy's favorite college team, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Went into Kansas, smoked them, smoked Campbell last week. Bill, what are your expectations for the Chants this year?
Well, I mean, we're doing good so far. My man Grayson McCall, doing great out there. Great guy.
Hey, man, sophomore quarterback, I believe, who beat out
Yes, sir.
Fred Payton and Bryce Carpenter for the job. Man, he's just showing him what he's about. They played on
how long
national.
their head coach been there?
He's been there. Well, it's weird. He was there. He's been there on the staff. He took over when the head coach got sick for like a year. Then he dropped back down, and then the head coach came back, but then he finally retired. So he's been there. This is going to be, I believe, his third year.
Exactly. So he's been. It sounds like to me
2 maybe.
they've been grooming him to be the head coach for a little while.
Oh yeah, 100%.
He's probably
Yeah,
been out on the
definitely.
recruiting trail, recruiting his guys.
Well, yeah, he's got a guy,
place.
Cam Brown.
See,
He's a 6th-year senior from Georgia Southern, who, when Chadwell was at Georgia Southern, played at their receiver. So,
there you go.
but we're talking about Rutgers, man. In the Big Ten, it's so different. Like Coastal,
The
like
old Big East was
belongs in the
good.
Sun Belt.
Steve,
Rutgers
Steve
does
will tell
not
ya,
belong in the Big Ten, dude.
Steve remembers it.
Yeah.
How good was the old Big East?
Yeah, it was really good.
The old Big East.
But the Big Ten is a whole nother animal.
Thank you.
You were talking.
Yeah.
Whole
Don't
nother
worry, I'll
animal,
be
man.
laughing at you when Rutgers
U.
goes blank this year again.
They might. Okay.
And when
Whole nother animal, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
they don't have to
for-
play
for-
Michigan this year, right?
I don't
No,
think
I
so.
mean,
No.
They don't have to play Ohio
Huh.
State, I don't believe, right? Or they have to play either one. They don't have to play the big. Wait till next year when they get cooked.
There is no landing spot in the Big Ten anyway. There never is.
I mean, but I feel like it's borderline impossible for them to recruit in the Big
It's like,
Ten.
yo, come here. We're the team that
We're-
lost 78-0 to
Yeah.
Michigan. Come
Yeah,
on
like,
down.
Come
We're
on down.
rebuilding. Don't
It's
worry.
another coach. It's another coach.
Come on down and play with us to get
Chiano's
smoked versus
always
Shauna's got his
Thing is-
fancy helicopter. He thinks he's all hot
Chiano's
shit.
always been able to recruit in Jersey, which is
He
a
thinks he's gonna recruit because he got his own
Right.
fancy helicopter. He's got his
He-
fancy cars.
He is a good college coach. NFL
very good
coach,
college
not
coach.
not so much.
and
Not
I want
so
him to
much.
do so well and just to stick it up Tennessee's ass. That's what I want.
He's a good college coach. In NFL, not so much. We've seen it. He's not good in
Yeah.
the NFL. His personality does not mesh with the players in the NFL. So hopefully, hey, the Rutgers recapture that magic with Schiano again. But
We'll see. But
It's
on the
gonna be
topic
really
of college
tough.
football, we got
Prime
more-
time games, man.
Go ahead, Rob.
Remember those days?
Oh,
yeah,
Days prime time, USF coming in when they were like the number 2 team in the country. Throwback for you there.
yep.
But coronavirus is still lurking around. Notre Dame just got shut down today for 2 weeks. The game against Wake Forest has been postponed after 7 or 8 players, I believe, came down with the virus. They're not being very cautious out there in South Bend at all.
No.
You got these other
Shame.
teams that they all know
Shame
that
because they're a nasty team.
you just go out and it's over. Like, your
Yeah.
season's in jeopardy. But of course, no. This is the second time it's happened in Notre Dame. The whole school got shut down for 2 weeks back in
Big
August.
school.
Yeah.
Bunch
Big
of
school
idiots.
with a lot of kids from a lot of places.
Just dumb Irishmen.
But you just hope not also in college, but just like all these professional athletes also just listen, just get through the season. Don't be stupid. Don't go out so much. Just try to finish the season, stay healthy, and that's all. So just hopefully, everyone just does their part.
Yeah, listen, I'm excited for the college football. It's the
Yeah,
NFL's
same,
kinda-
obviously,
It's a little
man.
whack. I mean, not the NFL's whack. It's just all different stuff, and I love college.
Yeah.
Young and up and right.
Much more
They're
exciting.
not money grabbing yet. It's gonna be soon. They're gonna be getting money, so it's gonna be
Yep.
might change.
I mean, they're getting money already. If
Shut
we're being
up.
totally honest, they're getting money already. So.
Okay, but it's not like they're getting millions and they get contract. It's
Mm.
oh my god. I'm done with your nonsense. All right, boys.
Who's running back for Clemson that just would have went in the first round and decided, I want to go back to school and pass up millions of dollars. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot his name.
Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
he wants to win it. Maybe he wants to win a national championship.
Kev.
You ever think of that?
Kev.
Think guy actually wants to play? You
Some
always jump to
players,
this money shit.
some players, they're
Alright.
upset they lose a national title game, or they want to run it back one more year, and they just love their school. And hey,
Right.
But you
Okay.
go. But the thing is, you go from being top dog at your school to not
Yeah.
lowest man on the totem pole. But would you rather take one more year and say, "Yo, I want to be the big. I want to take advantage. I know this is it. Like, I want to be the big dog for the last year."
And possibly ripping Achilles, ripping ACL.
yes,
and never go
that's
play in
the
NFL.
biggest risk. You
And then you're
risk
giving up
you risk
literally millions of dollars.
Yes, you lose money. You go
That's
from
the
a
risk
top
you take.
15, a top
Well, it's a
15
stupid
pick.
risk to take, Kev. If you
Not
don't
really.
really first
Pick to
round,
a
go to the
fifth round
first
pick.
round.
Maybe he has love and
Yes.
passion for his school. Maybe he has love and passion for his teammates.
You
You
get
ever
a
think of that?
passion for a
These
booster
guys
dropping
have
a bag
hearts,
at his
man.
door.
You ever think of that?
That's
Easy.
also true.
He has,
College football players are humans too, buddy. I don't know
He
if you know
has-
this. They're not robots. They have
he
feelings.
had a love and
Clown.
passion for the
Clown.
bag of cash that was left at his dorm door. That's what he
Yeah,
had
definitely. Definitely. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
by a certain booster of Clemson.
All right. Boys, let's get our final thoughts rolling here. Steve, run it back.
Yeah, just I'm glad that we're finally back recording.
Yeah,
just
it's been a while. I got my laptop was kind of smashed there for a little bit,
Yep,
so I
Yep,
probably sound a little better quality.
yep.
Be on
Just
YouTube finally again. So
yeah, just hopefully everyone's staying safe out there. Thank you to all those essential workers as always, and just hopefully sooner than later we're just back to normal, back to complete normal. I mean, slowly
Yeah.
but surely we're getting there.
Steve, I think it's like you read off a cue card every time.
Yeah, I
I
know,
feel like
right?
it's the same words
know.
every time.
His brother's
I know.
standing up there with a card.
Yeah,
No, next,
I'm looking at the card over there.
Next card.
Yeah, next, hurry up. All right, next, hurry up.
You gotta invest in a teleprompter, man. Those things.
Yeah, right.
But all right, man. Steve, thanks for coming on, and we'll talk to you
course.
soon, man.
Of
Bill,
course.
what final thoughts we got?
Well, I mean, I hope everything gets back to normal, like Steve said, because coronavirus is just doesn't really nothing better to do out here. So
Yeah,
just
I
pretty
mean,
much
especially in
gotta-
Hawaii, it must be tough.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it must be tough seeing
100%.
palm
What,
trees
you
and
forget? You
stuff.
forget you
The
in Hawaii?
The ocean, seeing everything.
Yeah,
Must be
yeah.
real tough.
very, very tough. Very tough being Hawaii, making $1 million.
Oh, Jesus, Bill. Where'd this come from? Millions of dollars. I want to know
No,
what you're
right?
doing.
Give me some of that.
You hanging out with Stevie Cohen? You getting
Yeah.
me some investment tips?
No investment tips. I can't tell you.
Next,
Ah,
next thing you know, Bill will shave his head. and
Billy's
put a pair
running a
of glasses
Ponzi
on.
scheme.
Doing
That's
what,
what
inside
Billy's
trading.
doing. Billy's the next Wolf of Wall Street.
Next thing you know, he's gonna shave his head and put glasses on.
Jeez. All right, well, Bill, thanks for coming out, and shots up.
All the way up.
Yes, sir. All right, Rob, final thoughts?
I know we didn't talk about it a lot. Rest in peace, Tom Seaver, franchise.
Yes, that was
Yes,
we-
Meant
rest
to
in
ever
peace,
live,
Tom Seaver,
obviously.
Yes.
Started the long tradition of good starting pitching for the Mets. So,
Yep.
yeah, it was
who they obviously
Bad
did
day.
many disservices to over the years, but
Yes.
like an incredible amount of disservices. But
But hopefully it stops now with
Yeah.
Stevie.
And
Uncle Steve.
as we know, the statue is coming, and the pond stuck the cost with Steve Cohen.
And it's crazy how he's going to be up and he's not going to be alive to see it.
Well, they
It should've been
announced
up
it.
day
They
one.
announced it after he exited public life. Oh,
Yeah,
now let's put a
it's
statue
just
so he doesn't
horrible,
remember it.
Horrible.
Joke.
Horrible.
Gee.
Hopefully, Steve, he gets it right with Piazza, and then he builds him a statue too while he's alive.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I would like to see that, and with Wright and maybe the Grom down the future too.
For God's sake, they had to be guilted to put in Met stuff into the stadium.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
There was no Mets Hall of Fame when the thing first opened.
Yeah,
Incredible.
I know. It was all Brooklyn Dodgers, which
Fred
makes
was
no
my
Jackie
favorite
sense.
Robinson. You just should name the Jackie Robinson ballpark for Christ's sake.
Yeah, I know. And no
It's-
disrespect to Jackie
Yeah, no,
Robinson.
none at all.
No,
But
yeah.
he wasn't a Met.
But he wasn't a Met. He was not a Met. He was not a Met.
The Dodgers.
So-
The Dodgers. If you walk
Yeah.
in the Dodger Stadium and they had a Jackie Robinson,
okay.
then
Well,
that makes sense.
Listen, I don't mind the whole ode to Jackie Robinson, but put Met
It's
stuff in.
mass.
Put
Yeah.
Met stuff in first.
Like, you know,
come on.
you know how they did the Shea Bridge?
Yeah.
If they named that the Jackie Robinson Bridge and painted it blue, that'd be incredible.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
put like 42, like hanging 40. That would have been incredible.
Yeah.
And it would have been perfect. Like it would have been, hey, we're gonna honor Jackie Robinson. It's really cool, but we're not be like really up in your face about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, Rob, thanks for coming out today. My final
No.
thoughts, same thing. Sad day when Tom Seaver passed. Sad how it happened, with the whoop, how the Mets handled it. But I'm excited, for football. We're back, and pretty much it, boys.
Rocking and rolling.
Exactly. Hopefully, we'll be throwing these out more often. We got the time, school and work. It's tough.
Yep.
So until then, see you real soon, guys.